Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends. And today, I'm gonna be playing in multiplayer with racing cars. Which I know it sounds kind of dumb because this is a racing game, thus all of the cars are racing cars. But no, what I mean is specifically the endurance cars that are present in the game, because there's a bunch and I want to play with them. But before I get into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. When you do these things, you tell YouTube this is worth recommending to more people, and that allows me to continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Asphalt Legends right here. Now, what am I even talking about with this whole thing of endurance cars? First, I should clarify. I am referring to contemporary endurance cars, because I know there's a couple of other endurance cars, but they're like older generations. No, I'm talking about the current ones, like the BMW M Hybrid V8, which is the newest one that was added into the game. But I think you know what I'm talking about with these endurance cars, right? This shape may look familiar to you because you might think, hey, doesn't this car kind of looks like the Lamborghini SC63? Which in turn also kind of looks like the Glickenhaus 007S? Which in fact kind of looks like the Ferrari 499P Modificata? Huh, that's very peculiar. Well, technically there's one more. The Peugeot 9X8, even if this one doesn't have a big wing and there's a story behind that and whatnot, whatever, this is also an endurance car. You can see that the general shape of the car is also similar, like I just mentioned, just without the big wing. Though, funny thing, nowadays this car IRL does have a big wing because they had to eventually add it to it, but whatever. Now, this car I'm not gonna feature in this video because I actually don't own it, as you can see, so I cannot drive it, but the others, I sure can. And my idea for this video just basically stems from the fact that right now there is a free try for the car, the BMW. So what that means is that as I do races over here in MP2, I have encountered quite a bunch of people driving this BMW, which actually makes it into a great opportunity for me to drive the other cars as well, because hey, it's kind of fun to see a BMW endurance cars versus the Lamborghini endurance car as well. So yeah, that's basically what got me into this idea of making this video, driving a bunch of different endurance cars that I either own or at least, excuse me for a little bit of a burp there, that I either own or, ooh, RIP to that dude, or that there is a free try. Now granted, actually this is from all of the cars that I just mentioned, this is the only one that has a free try. So this is the one that I expect to see more often in the race. And in this one, for example, there's only one more BMW M Hybrid, which is this one. But yeah, I've found other races where there's like 2, 3 of them, and I'm like, oh man. So I can really just bring other endurance cars and see how I can do with them, right? So yeah, that was kind of the idea behind this. And I've said it before, I really like racing cars in general. The look of racing cars, especially this. The endurance cars, man, there's something about their very specific shape that I just like because they're so extreme. They're not meant to look like road cars in any way, shape, or form. That's a first place. They're just meant to look freaking cool. Well, they're not meant to look cool. They're meant to be very, you know, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Aerodynamic. That's the word that I couldn't think of. Yeah, these cars are, you know, they look this way because there's, all right, first I should clarify. I'm not like a grand connoisseur when it comes to this type of cars and whatnot. I do know that they are endurance cars. I just don't know exactly which one belongs to which category. If it's LMH, if it's an LMDH, it's LMP, whatever. I don't really know. The point is that they tend to have this kind of restriction where they have to have a very specific body type. And well, this is kind of it. That's why all of these cars look very similar. Now, I do believe that in one of those classifications, they have more leeway with the body shape, and that is why Peugeot was able to just go a little crazy with, you know, removing the wing and all of that. But yeah, in general, you can see the overall shape of the car is very similar because, yeah, that is the optimized shape for that specific type of racing. Kind of similar to how in F1 races, you know, all of the F1 cars, they look sort of similar. They do have differences, but they are all kind of similar. But yes, something kind of like that, though I think the restrictions over here are different. But regardless, again, I don't know specifics about it. All I know is that the cars look really dope. All right, I got a second place over there, and sadly in this race there was no other endurance car, and that worries me a little bit. I want to find a bunch of them. And now I switch to the Lamborghini SC63 because yes, Lambo power, baby. And again, when I reviewed the patch notes for, well, the patch, the current patch, I suppose, not the season notes, but the patch notes where I talk about all the new cars and whatnot, I did compare precisely the BMW M Hybrid to this car, to the Lamborghini SC63, because both cars are in Class B, both cars have very, very similar rank, both are endurance cars, and yeah, they are, I guess they're supposed to be balanced around each other, where, for example, this one has, if I remember correctly, a slightly lower top speed, way better acceleration, and considerably lower nitro duration. So, well, from that I just said, you can figure out what's the deal with the BMW I was just driving, right? So yeah, they're quite comparable in that sense, but you know, it's kind of cool to see both of these cars, you know, that they kind of compete against each other IRL, even though, sad story, this Lambo is no longer competing. I think it was retired already because Lamborghini has never done well in competition like this, but whatever, it's fine. It looks cool. But yeah, the point is that I do like this idea of these cars being kind of grouped together, at least rank-wise. And well, right now I think it's a Vanda that is gonna beat me, but I don't care. Really, I'm not competing against all of the other cars. What I'm competing against are the cars in the same, you know, that are also endurance cars. And I did see that there were at least, I think, 2 BMWs. Yeah, there were, and I beat them both. So technically Lamborghini wins. I like it. Ooh, now this is gonna get interesting. There are 4 of these BMWs, so I'm dead set on trying to beat them all. Gotta say, those taillights of the BMWs look pretty dope. They look kind of like the Lambo taillight, but smaller and double. It's kind of dope. But yeah, let's see how we do over here. I'm gonna try to focus on this race because I would love for me to be able to beat all of those other endurance cars. Real quick, I am really happy that I recently was able to acquire a diecast of the SC63 from Mini GT. Oh, it looks gorgeous. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do something half decent over here. I don't care about all of the other cars. I just want to beat the endurance cars because yes. Now, like I said, this Lambo does have way better acceleration than the BMW, but the BMW does have way better nitro than this. So yeah, there's a little bit of give and take when it comes to the stats of these cars. And if I remember correctly, this is unbreakable. So at the very least, I think I am, you know, I'm not gonna get knocked down by randos. So that's pretty alright, I think. Wait up, I have the lead. Alright, focus, defocus. If you keep this, that would be absolutely gorgeous. Come on now. Come on now. Let's do it for... If Lambo couldn't win a single race with this car IRL, at least we will win it in Asphalt Legends. How about that for a commitment? Oh yeah, you know what this is. This is a... Let's go, Lambo! There we go. We did it for the honor of Lamborghini. But alright, there we go. Defeating 2 Vandas, 4 BMWs, and a Lycan Hypersport that was there as well. Sure. Ooh, I found a BMW. Let's go. Now I switch to the SCG or the Glickenhaus 007. And by the way, maybe you may, if anybody watching here at some point saw me just joining, quitting races instantly, it was because I've been actually looking for races where I encounter at least another endurance car. So for example, with this and even with the Lambo, I had to quit a bunch of races because it's like, oh yeah, there's not a single BMW in the race, and that is the only thing that I want to race against. So yes, if you saw me quitting races just like that, that's why. But anyway, so whoa, Jesus, that guy must be lagging massively or cheating massively. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to... That just looks a little strange, but okay, whatever. I don't care. I'm not racing against them. I am racing against the BMW. Now, here's the thing. This car, the Glickenhaus, is a little bit higher ranked by about like 100 points or something. So while the difference is not massive, the class is different, but here in MP2, because of that difference of rank, it's not as easy for me to be matched against the BMW. Instead, it loves to match me against cars with like rank of 4200, 4300, things like that. But hey, it's fine. All right, so, well, again, I don't know who beat me. I don't really care. All I know is that I did beat the BMW. And this is not me trying to trash on the BMW. I would love... It didn't do too bad. Oh, it was a Hennessy Venom. Never mind, then it wasn't cheating. It was a Venom that just got its speed. Never mind what I said earlier. That's just that I thought it was another Vanda, and I'm like, how is a Vanda suddenly going so fast? But no, it was a Venom, never mind. But yeah, I'm not trying to trash on the BMW. It's just that it's the only car that is a free try, so that's why people are bringing it. But yeah. Oh, Jesus, finally I got another race. I had to even refuel my Glickenhaus to keep on looking for races to do with against the BMW. But there we go. Just look at them. Look at them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they look cool. All right, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I just really like the look of this car, which is kind of silly, right? Because I like the look of the car, and yet I don't actually follow any type of motorsports IRL, or I'm, you know, like, oh yeah, I saw that last week and this and Le Mans, and I don't know. No idea, but hey, I do remember that there was this particular race where Lamborghini did compete with the SC63. And I remember, I think it was on a Saturday, and I made an entire multiplayer related to Lamborghini. You know, you're like, hey, Lamborghini's competing. Yeah, spoiler alert, it didn't do very well. Ah, stop pushing me! Ah, Jesus. But yeah, sadly, like I said, Lamborghini is just was not able to do very good with the car. So it's fine. At the very least, it will be immortalized in Asphalt Legends. So that's fine by me. And on the diecast as well, but yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I was saying that I did get a diecast for the SC63 from Mini GT, which, you know, it's a brand for very detailed diecast models, and man, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy that I got it. So yes. All right, so I did not get a very particularly good placement in this race, but did I actually beat the BMW? That's the only thing that matters over here. And again, I'm not trying to just, you know, throw shit at the BMW, but yeah, oh my god, it was dead last. Jesus. Hey, no shade to the players, but they've not been doing very good with this BMW at all. And now I have switched to the Ferrari 49P Modificata, which is actually a bit of an interesting case, because this car, it actually is, you know, the BMW and the Lamborghini SC63 are mid-high class B, whilst the Glickenhaus that I was using in the previous races, it's actually in class A. I would say it's just mid class A. This, however, it's a straight up high class A. So in theory, this is a much better car than those, but here's the thing. I only have it at 4 stars. And that is actually fantastic because it puts it in basically the same, let's call it, bracket where I would find the Lambo and I would find the BMW, because at 4 stars without epics, I have it at a rank of like 4,050 points. So that is very, very, very close to the rank of the other 2 cars and even of the Glickenhaus. Again, the Glickenhaus is a little bit higher ranked, but let's consider that while this car, the Glickenhaus, is slightly over ranked in comparison to the other 2. Oh god. By like 100 points or so, this one, the 49P Modificata, is like 500 points over ranked comparatively speaking, and I got a 2nd place. Did I beat all of them? Yes, I did. Okay, I did beat the 2 BMWs. This one did pretty good, but yeah, look at the ranks: 4055 versus 4058, and the SC63 is like something like 4060 something, or something like, or 4070. Still pretty close overall. So yeah, I'm glad that I actually have my 49P Modificata at this rank. And actually looking at, oh my god, San Diego again. By the way, slightly off topic, but in the multiplayer session that we did recently playing in MP2, I found San Diego so many times. It's absolutely absurd how many San Diegos we got. Anyway, and it's been my experience as well on trying to record this video, you know, looking for races where there's the BMWs. A lot of San Diego, and it's like, why so much San Diego? I feel like San Diego has a priority to be chosen in this particular multiplayer series, but whatever. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, that this car actually at this rank, when you look at the stats, I mean, I showed them to you at the very start of this video when I was showing you the cars, but the stats are surprisingly close to those of the other endurance cars at this rank. So this kind of works out pretty good, and it actually makes me curious to just keep this car at this number of stars in this account. In my Switch account, where, you know, which is my better account, I do have this car already at 6 stars with a bunch of epics and whatnot. So yeah, that's not exactly it. But over here, well, I only have it at 4 stars, and at 4 stars, it fits fantastically with those other cars. So I think I'm gonna keep it over here just so that I can race them together, like in a private lobby, and like, hey, someone bring the BMW, hey, someone bring the Lambo, hey, someone bring the SCG, And even I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that the what's it called, the Peugeot 9X8, it also at gold, it is close on rank to the other cars as well. So that would be super convenient to have all of those 5 cars. Now, to find a team of people with which I can record some races, it would be super fun to do 4-lap races, like proper endurance races with the endurance car. Doesn't that sound amazing? So yeah, maybe that's something that I will look into doing eventually. But yeah, that was my races with the 499P Modificata. Did I beat the BMW? Yes, look at that. Last place again with the BMW. Why are people doing so bad with this thing? To try to answer the question, I switched back to do one last race with the BMW and see what I can do with it. Maybe it is cursed or something. I don't know. Doubt it. But yeah, just look at this thing, man. So yeah, anyway, at the time of me recording this, by the time that I release this video, the Grand Prix for this car has not started yet, and still a bit away before it starts. But let me just tell you in advance, I'm absolutely 100% gonna be trying to get this car. I might even spend some tokens into starting it up a little bit to have better chances, because I really want to get this car. I mean it. I really want it. So yep, I will be doing my best, dude. I will be doing my best to try to acquire it, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, super interested on acquiring this absolute beauty. All right, is that a BMW? Yeah, it was a BMW in front of me, but all right. I mean, I don't have any any hope to get the first place. Wait up. This guy's messing up a little bit. I know I'm faster. That's gonna be a fast. Oh, beautiful. I was gonna say that I wasn't expecting to get a W with this thing. But you know, again, just beating other BMWs like this would be more than enough. But hey, I still got a W, even beating the Vandas. And I thought I saw a Venom somewhere, but maybe I'm hallucinating. I'm not gonna take the credit as to me beating a Venom, but regardless, that's a pretty good result, and it does show that the car is pretty strong. It's just that apparently some people are having trouble driving it. But anyway, it's a very fun car to drive, and yeah, absolutely looking forward to acquire it eventually when the Grand Prix happens. And yep, I'll definitely be trying. But alright, if you enjoyed this video, once again, like, subscribe. If you would like to support me directly, please consider joining the Vroom membership for access to exclusive videos with the face cam, without the bleeps and all of that stuff. But that's all. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.